Hello and welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator's IT expansion. In the last episode, we basically just got started with our IT career. It was the first episode. If you missed it, I will put a link up in the upper right-hand corner. You can go and check that episode out. In this episode, we've obviously already got some PCs sitting right there in front of us, and I can see on our tablet that we've got some things in ticket. So obviously, we've got some emails ready to go. We're going to see what we need to get done for that. However, before I get started, if you're not following me on Twitter, you should go do that. There's a link down in the description. I post stuff, random thoughts, as well as letting you guys know when a video goes live, just in case YouTube does not alert you to that, so I don't spam a bunch of junk. Go check me out on Twitter if you're not already following. Let's pull up this tablet. Let's see what we've got going on. Let's go into the email. I'm not going to mess with the ticket thing. This one says, I'm trying to work and this PC keeps letting me down. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to need an upgrade for my graphics card. One final request. No self-respecting employee should have less than 16 gigs of RAM. All this technical talk got me thinking the insides could do with a bit of a sprucing, please. So they want us to upgrade the graphics card as well as upgrade to 16 gigs of RAM. I don't know what this company is, but I can tell you I've worked for a lot of companies where I was supplied a computer, and the most RAM I ever had was at a company that let me build my own PC, and I had a whopping 8 gigs of RAM. Most other jobs, I was lucky if I had 4 or even 2 to barely run Windows, so I don't know why they think they deserve 16 gigs of RAM, but hey, you know, whatever. So we've already got this PC in. Let's go to that one. There it is right there. Let's grab it. Slowly walk it over here. Oh, it's dirty and small. Okay. Dirty and small. So we're going to have to see what kind of graphics card we can put in that sucker. Let's take a look at this one from Sam. It says, hi, got a software request if you don't mind. Is it possible to remove the Mugshot CC application? I don't want it. And I really need Document Reader uninstalled. Don't ask. And this will be the final thing I bring up. I'm honestly so sick of Flipside. Uninstall it, please. And sorry, all the cool kids are using Blink to optimize their network configurations. Thank you. So they want us to uninstall some stuff and run Blinked. I think we can make that happen. Let's grab that PC as well. I'm going to sprint because walking in this huge area is just so slow. Like, they could speed up walking for sure. Sprint is the way to go. All right, let's take a look at this one that needs the dust cleaned out as well as a graphics card and an upgrade in RAM. Let's get the good old side panel. Oh my gosh. Get the side panel off of here. Let me grab some compressed air and we'll get this sucker cleaned out. It's thinking about it. Come on. You can do it. Good Lord. Is that it? Are we clean? Are we clean? I think we are. Clean out dust turned green, so I would say we're clean. Let's take a look here. What is their RAM situation? I should have checked that before I put this up here. Let me grab this stick of RAM out of here because I don't think that's not going to tell me anything. Is this 8 gigs already? So it is. 8 gigs of HyperX Predator. 8 gig. 3600 megahertz. I think I said 8 gig a whole lot of times. Don't ask. Okay. 8 gigs, 3600 megahertz. Let me hop onto here. Let's go back to the home. Let's go to shop. Memory. There we go. Let's add that to the cart. And then I'm going to reinstall their one stick. There we go. And then what do they want their graphics upgraded to? Did they say? I don't know that they said. Let's go to ticket here. It just says an upgrade for my graphics card. Right. So They've got a 3070. I mean, that's a nice graphics card. Why would you need an upgrade from a 3070 on a work PC? Let's see if we can find that little case. What is that case they have? Okay, so they've got a Node 202. So we can fit a GPU of 310 millimeters in there. And their graphics card was a 3070 from MSI. So what if we go with a 3080? Let's see. I mean, a standard 3080 will fit. Man, they want some expensive stuff. I mean, I don't see the reason to go higher than a 3080. I really don't. So we've got a 3080 here. That's 336. That's too long. I believe this standard one, yeah, 285. It said it would hold a 310. So let's add that to the cart. I mean, that's quite the monster. Yeah, 310. So I don't know why they need something that large. So I'm going to leave this sitting here because I don't want to order stuff yet. I want to do it for next day delivery. This, we just need to uninstall some stuff and reinstall some stuff. Is that a 3090? Jeez, this company really supplies people with some quality parts. Yeah. All right, so let's see if this power's on. I'm actually going to hop in their BIOS real fast. I'm curious if they need XMP turned on. They did. They're booting from a hard drive. Okay. Okay. I'm going to let that start up. I'm going to grab a USB drive because we need to run Blinked, but we need to uninstall a few things. Mugshot, Documund, and Flipside. It's under Remove Programs. Go figure. So Mugshot needs to go. Documund and Flipside. And then we need to run Blinked, which it looked like was already on. Oh, it was in the ad programs. That's where it was. Let's get Blinked installed. And it's going to take its sweet time because they've got a hard drive in here. So let's restart. It'll get rid of the 3 pieces of software they wanted gone, and we will have Blinked ready to run. So that's going to work out nicely. Okay. Let's get Blinked going. The internet's a terrible place. Let Blink take you there. Oh, man. Oh, man. Connection established. There we go. Blinked has been run. This thing's ready to go. All we had to do was some basic stuff. Let's get the side panel. I didn't even need to take the side panel off of this. Like, this thing is done and ready to go. Let's put this over here. And then we'll open up the tablet. Let's go back here. Let's go to the ticket. Which one was it? This one. Let's collect that. You're a shining light in a world of darkness. All right. So for this one, we've got 3 days. So I want to order all this stuff for next day delivery just to save a little bit of dough. Was there anything else that needed to be done to this PC? Just clean out dust and then upgrade. Okay, so we're good to go on that. Go back here to the shop. We've got next day delivery. We're going to buy that now. And we don't have anything else to work on, so let's end this day. And we'll see what comes in. And we'll get our parts. And we can get back to work. So there's 2 more PCs. We've got these parts. Let's take care of this one first. We need to add some RAM. And we need to grab this graphics card. And I sure hope their power supply has enough potency to run the 3080 that I'm going to be putting in here. So let's take a look. Here's the 3080. Please fit. And barely. It barely fits. Awesome. Very awesome. So we've got some used cards we could use for some other stuff. That's pretty good. I don't know why I'm hanging on to this. We're going to sell off all these broken parts in just a minute. All right, so we've got that upgrade done. Let's go back here. Let's sell all broken. This is a new button we've got. We can sell our one broken part for $5. Let's do it. Let's do it. And then let's get this PC put back together. Make sure it boots up. We should be good to go. That's not a panel. That's a stand, by the way, game. That is a stand. So let me hop into the BIOS real fast. Make sure they did need XMP turned on. And let's let this thing boot. We should be good to go. Maybe. There we go. Place in delivery area. We can do that. We can definitely do that. So let's open up this thing. Let's go ahead and collect that one. All looking good now. Thanks. All right. All right. So it looks like we've got an off area, a thing to do. Oh my. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. What is this? So this is a very long email. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but we need to replace the air cooler, upgrade to 32 gigs of RAM, and install a wallpaper themed to a luxury yacht. Right. So let's take a look at these PC stats. Since we need to replace the air cooler, do they even have an air? They have no... They've got a passive cooler on this thing. Oh, man. And then they need 32 gigs of RAM, so they've got Patriot Viper Steel Series. I'm pretty sure that we can get that in 16 gig sticks. Let's go here to memory. We can... So 16 gig at 3000 megahertz. I'm pretty sure they had 8 gig 3000 megahertz. Let's go ahead. Let's add that. Let's go back to this email. Yeah, 8 gig at 3000 megahertz. And then they want an air cooler. So the question is, I guess we need to read through a little bit of this. I broke my CPU cooler in the process. You need to replace it. So they just want probably the exact same passive cooler they've already got, which is the Alpine AM4 Passive by Arctic. Let's go back here, shop. We'll go to CPU cooling. That's the LGA. Here's the right one. Let's add that to the cart. So we should have everything we need for that one, because we just need to put a wallpaper on there. PC, it's this PC. So this one, let's put it there. And when did that need to be done by? 2 days, so we can definitely get parts for that for next day delivery. Did we need this? Glad you're coming to give me a hand. Okay, that's when we went and did our off-site thing from the last episode. Then we've got this one. Are you free to upgrade my desktop? Can you give me an 860 watt PSU? Overkill maybe, but better safe than sorry. And lastly, 32 gigs is a good number for memory, but I'd take more if you got it. That's the important part, at least. Okay, so we need to get a PSU with wattage of 860 watts and 32 gigs of RAM, and they would like HyperX parts. So I think we can do that. So let's take a look at their PC stats. So they've got a GamerStorm DQ750M. So we could probably get a GamerStorm with 860 watts. We'll have to take a look. That seems like such a very arbitrary number. I mean, there are a few PSUs with 860 watts, but why wouldn't you just say like a 850 or 1000 watt? So we're gonna have to take a look. And then 32 gigs of RAM. They've already got 16 gigs of Corsair Dom Platinum, so we'll just get another stick of that. So let me hop over into the shop. Take a look here at memory. So here we go. Let's add one of those to the cart. And then for power supplies, 860 watts. So a Fractal Design Ion Plus. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, that'll work. Let's add that to the cart. I feel like they said they wanted HyperX parts. So I'm guessing they want 32 gigs of HyperX. So let's do that instead. Let's go back to the shop. Let's go back to the cart. Let's get rid of the Corsair Dominator Platinum. Memory, we're going to go for HyperX. So we can get 2 sticks of HyperX Fury, 16 gig, 3200 megahertz. There we go. Let's get 2 of those. And I think we'll be good for both of these. I'm going to go stick this one over here. So yeah, just PSU and RAM. So we've really got nothing left to do today because both of these have some time. We need to order these parts, which we're going to do. So let's make sure I've got this for next day delivery, not 3 to 5 working days. Next day delivery. Let's go ahead and buy it now. We can end our day and we can get these parts in. We can get these PCs upgraded and we'll see what else comes in. It's just non-stop jobs. Oh, we got one little PC there. Okay, okay. We do have an off-site, so we may want to check that out. We may want to check that one out. This is the wrong side. I don't know why I even bothered to take that off, because I instantly knew I'd removed the wrong one. So, let's grab some thermal paste. We'll get that on there, and then let's grab the new cooler. I don't know how they broke a passive cooler, but they did. So let's get the new one installed. And then let's get this RAM out of here. Because hopefully I ordered the right stuff. And we should have, yep, these 2 sticks of Patriot Viper Steel Series. 16 gig instead of 8 gig. So we're going to put both of those in there. And then we're going to power this on, make sure it all works. I do want to hop into the BIOS real quick, just in case XMP needs to be turned back on. It does not. A lot of times when you swap out RAM in a real PC, no matter if you're putting in the same speed, a lot of times it clears out your XMP profile and makes you re-enable it. So we need to add programs, but I can't do that without a USB drive. There we go. Okay. So we need the select a wallpaper, and they want a yacht. Our boss wants a blasted yacht put as his desktop wallpaper. So we're going to do that and make Ira happy. Maybe. Ira's PC is not the fastest. All right, select wallpaper. Let's see, where is this yacht? Sure, I mean, there's some boats, but is there like an actual yacht? Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm sure that's what they want. Oh, I'm sure that's it. Yeah, install wallpaper theme 2 luxury yacht. Okay. So we can get this PC case put back together. And this one should be ready to go. I'm going to grab that and go stick it out here in the delivery area. I'll probably go ahead and collect it as well. Let me open up here. So here's Ira's. Everything's done. Let's go ahead and collect. Much better. And the wallpaper is exactly how I imagined. I'm getting a bit seasick just looking at it. Good job. All right. All right. So I can go back to this email. I can get rid of this one. And then we're going to take a look at this. This might be the last thing we do, which is this off-site. But let's fix this PC up with a new PSU and 32 gigs of RAM. That's the one that's sitting over here. You get the side of this taken off. And we're going to grab this 1 stick of RAM out of here. Maybe... There we go. And I don't like where that single stick was. Well, it was fine for a single stick, but since we're putting in 2, I'd like to put them here. And we're going to grab the RAM and get it installed. We've got the HyperX Fury 16 gig, 3200 megahertz. 2 sticks of that. We get that installed. That should make them happy. And it looks like they have white cables, so I'm going to make sure I hopefully can put white cables back in here. Now let's get this PSU out. What's blocking this? Ah, a hidden cable. A hidden cable was blocking it. So we've got this Fractal Design 860 watt power supply. Let's get that sucker installed in here. And I forgot to select white cables, so I'd like to do that just to make sure that they weren't really set on their white cables. Loose plane. Let's get everything cabled up. I think that's all of it. Let me power this on. And let me hop into the BIOS real fast. And just make sure XMP, it did need to be turned on. Okay, there we go. Let's apply the changes. I'm going to let this thing reboot. While it's doing that, though, I'm going to go ahead and slap the side panel on. So we're good to go on this one. It is done. Go put this in the delivery area. And we can collect this one. So yeah, everything's all green. It's all good to go. Let's collect it. Is it Christmas already? Because you are a gift to us all. Well, that's so nice of you to say. So nice. So we've got this one that's off-site. That says, basically, they haven't been here very long, but they got assigned an insane project. They don't have the time to send their PC over to us, but they're going to need Mugshot and Flipside installed and a PDF reader. They don't care about spec. They just need them to run. So hopefully, let's see what they've got for a PC. They need to install a wallpaper theme to a kid. Let's take a look at their stats here. They've got a Ryzen 7 2700X and 4 gigs of RAM, a 1080 amp extreme. So their RAM might be a little bit low for Mugshot, if I remember right. So let me go take a look over here at the PC because we don't have will it run on our tablet. So Mugshot, I think, is the hardest to run, and it needs 8 gigs of RAM. It needs 8 gigs of RAM, so we're going to have to upgrade their RAM just a little bit. They have a 1080, so that's just fine because all we need is a 1050. And for their CPU, what did they have? What did they have for their CPU? A 2700X. I'm pretty sure that's better than a 6600. Let's see, where's 2700X? Please be above here. There's a Ryzen 5, so it's got to be. There we go. Yeah. So they just need 4 gigs more of RAM. So what were their stats? Do we happen to have, do we have some Patriot Viper 4 gig 3200 megahertz? Let's see what we've got. We've got 3000. We could just replace their 2 sticks of RAM, or their 1 stick of RAM with these 2 sticks, and they'd have 16 gigs, or we could do this 1 stick of Corsair DOM. Either way you look at it, I think we're going to be set with just a stick of RAM. Because Flipside and Documund, I don't think require anything too hard. Flipside, nope. And Documund, yeah, super simple to run. So let's go to this offsite location. We should be able to upgrade this without having to purchase anything. Let's roll out. Let's get in our little Honda Civic and go. Okay. Oh, they've got an exercise ball. Fancy. And they have their own printer. Jeez. Man. Lucky. Okay, so I'm going to power this down. I'm going to snatch out this stick of RAM that they have. And we're going to get... Should we put into... You know what? Let's just put in the 1 stick of a Corsair. Let's just put in the 1 stick of Corsair because that'll be fine for what they're doing. There we go. And before we power this back on, I want to get a USB drive in here. And now we can power it on. Let's hop into the BIOS. Let's just make sure we don't need to turn on XMP for them. And we do. There we go. 3200 megahertz. Perfect. Let's go ahead and apply those changes. We'll let this restart. And then while that's doing that... Oh, I've already gotten a USB stick in there. So we just need to get the software that they want installed. So Documund, Flipside, Mugshot, And we also need the select a wallpaper. All right, let's restart this. We should be good to go. Actually, oh, we forgot to do kid-themed wallpaper. Kid-themed wallpaper. I don't know exactly what that means. I bet it's this one. I bet it's this one. It is. Awesome. Okay, so other than putting the side panel on, this should be good. Perfect. Perfect. So, do we use our tablet? How do we go back? Return to the workshop. There we go. Let's go back to the workshop. We'll hop in our little car with the rims, and we're back. Everything's good. Let's go ahead and collect this one. Hey, just wanted to say thanks for doing this for me. Still not sure how I'm going to get all this work done in time, but you helped. So glad you like what we got done for you. That is excellent. Okay, so we will discard that one. We've got this one, but we're going to have to get to that in the next episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified as soon as a video goes live. Also, if you want to help support my channel, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description. There's also a join button next to the subscribe button. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there, guys. And I will see you in the next episode.